What if I told you there's a 2-week window every year when you can stomp grapes in Argentina, eat world-class steak for $40, cross the Andes on one of Earth's most dramatic roads, and taste wine in Chilean valleys, all while paying 25% less than the tourists who show up 4 weeks later? February in South America. This is the shoulder season sweet spot that experienced travelers have been quietly booking for years. And today, we're giving you the complete insider playbook. Welcome back to Have Wi-Fi Will Gnome, your nomadic guide to traveling smarter. If you're the kind of traveler who wants amazing experiences without fighting crowds or paying peak prices, this one's for you. We're breaking down exactly why February is the magic window for Argentine and Chilean wine country, what's actually happening with the famous blue dollar exchange rate in 2026, and how to time your trip around the harvest festivals that make this region absolutely electric. Let's get into it. Here's the thing about South American wine country in February that most travel guides won't tell you straight. This isn't really shoulder season in the traditional sense. January is when everyone in Argentina takes vacation, like the entire country basically shuts down and heads to the beach. So February? February is when locals go back to work, hotels drop their prices 15 to 25%, and something magical starts happening in the vineyards. The harvest begins. We're talking Vendimia, Argentina's annual wine harvest celebration. And if you've never experienced active harvest at a working winery, you're missing one of the most immersive travel experiences on the planet. Picture this. You're standing in a Mendoza vineyard at 7 in the morning. The Andes are glowing pink behind you. Workers are handpicking Malbec grapes that will become bottles worth hundreds of dollars. And you're invited to join them. That's not hypothetical. That's February. Under President Milei's economic reforms, the capital controls eased in April 2025. And by late 2025, the gap between official and parallel exchange rates collapsed to essentially zero. We're talking 0 to 2% difference now. Here's what that means practically. You can use your credit card freely. Credit cards now receive the MEP rate, basically the same as what you would have gotten through blue dollar exchange. No more hunting for Western Union offices or sketchy exchange houses. No more carrying wads of cash. The recommendation has completely flipped. Use cards. It's easier, it's safer, and you're getting essentially the same rate. But wait, does that mean Argentina isn't a good value anymore? No. Here's the recalibrated reality. Argentina is no longer the absurd 2022 to 2023 bargain where you felt like you were basically stealing. But it's still significantly cheaper than equivalent experiences in the US or Europe. The proposition has shifted from unbelievable deal to genuine value. Let's run real numbers. Don Julio, which is literally ranked number 10 in the world and has a Michelin star, you're looking at $75 to $120 per person including wine. Their signature T-bone runs about $65. For comparison, an equivalent tier steakhouse in New York or London runs $200 to $300 plus. La Cabrera, another excellent parrilla, comes in at $50 to $80 per person. And they do a happy hour discount from 6 to 8 p.m. that takes 40% off. Mid-tier parillas where locals actually eat? $25 to $40 for a full steak dinner with wine. For accommodation, boutique hotels in Palermo start around $43 a night. Quality 4-star properties run $100 to $140. You can get genuine luxury for $150 to $200. Realistic daily budgets in 2026. Budget traveler, hostel, empanadas, public transit, $40 to $70. Mid-range, boutique hotel, nice dinners, some tours, $70 to $120. Luxury tier, 4-star hotel, Don Julio dinners, Uber everywhere, $150 to $300. Buenos Aires dining is still about 24% cheaper than US equivalents. Hotels run 45% cheaper. A $200 per day budget gets you experiences that would cost $400 to $600 in comparable global cities. That's the value equation, honestly stated. Oh, an important regulatory update. Argentina now requires travel medical insurance for all visitors. This went into effect July 1st, 2025. Minimum coverage is $20,000, though we recommend $50,000 or more. It needs to cover emergency medical, hospitalization, and repatriation. Airlines may check before boarding, and officials can verify at entry. It's not heavily enforced yet, but it's the rule, so get your insurance sorted before you fly. Safety Wing, World Nomads, Alliance, they all offer policies that meet the requirements. Let's shift to Buenos Aires itself, because February here is genuinely fantastic. Late summer in BA means 23 to 30 degrees Celsius. That's 73 to 86 Fahrenheit. Humidity runs higher than Mendoza, 61 to 68%, so it can feel sticky. But this is outdoor dining season. Rooftop bars in Palermo, walking through San Telmo at sunset, long evenings in the parks. Some restaurants close for a couple weeks as owners take vacation. But by February, the city is fully back online and buzzing. Safety note, U.S. State Department rates Argentina level 1, That's exercise normal precautions, which is actually lower than Chile's level 2. Tourist-safe neighborhoods include Palermo, Soho, and Hollywood, Recoleta, Puerto Madero, and Belgrano. La Boca is fine for daytime visits. Stay in the tourist zone, obviously. Avoid Constitucion and areas beyond the marked tourist zones at night. Use Uber. It works great, it's cheap, and it sidesteps any potential taxi meter games. Now here's where the trip gets really interesting. The Cross-Andes journey from Argentina to Chile is one of the most spectacular overland routes on the planet. And February guarantees it's open and in perfect condition. We're talking about Paso Los Libertadores, a 6 to 8 hour bus journey that climbs through Los Caracoles, which is literally 20 consecutive hairpin turns carved into the mountain. You'll have Aconcagua in view. That's the highest peak in the Western Hemisphere at nearly 7,000 meters. You pass through the Cristo Redentor tunnel at the border. The views are genuinely world-class. This isn't hyperbole. Every travel photographer who's done this route calls it top 5 scenic journeys globally. Bus options. Semi-Cama, which is semi-reclining seats, runs $29 to $40. Cama, fully reclining, runs $40 to $55. Book Cama, for a 7-hour journey. Your back will thank you. Companies to look for. Andesmar, Cata International, Buses Ahumada. There are about 11 departures daily. One key note on Chilean wine country timing though. This is important. February in Chile catches pre-harvest for most varietals. White grape harvest begins late February. Red varietals like Cabernet and Carmenere don't peak until mid-March through April. So if your primary goal is active harvest participation specifically, Chile isn't quite there yet in February. What Chile does offer in February: gorgeous vineyard visits, excellent tastings, and comparatively better tour value than Argentina right now. Full-day wine tours in Chile run $125 to $165 for premium small group experiences, $50 to $85 for budget options. Individual tastings in Argentina have crept up to $40 to $50 or more, 4 to 7 times what they cost in 2018. So Chile's actually the better value play for wine touring specifically. Argentina wins on the unique harvest experiences you can't get anywhere else at any other time. Here's our recommended routing for the ultimate wine-focused trip. Fly into Santiago. Spend 3 to 4 days exploring Chilean wine valleys. Maipo is an hour from the city, Casablanca about 90 minutes. Colchagua is further out, about 2.5 hours, but worth it for premium reds if you have time. Then take the scenic bus across the Andes to Mendoza. It's 7 hours of jaw-dropping mountain scenery. Spend 3 to 4 days in Mendoza wine country timing around the harvest experiences. Then fly from Mendoza to Buenos Aires. It's only 90 minutes. Finish with a few days in BA for steaks, tango, and city exploration before flying home. Total trip, 10 days to 2 weeks depending on your pace. Flight pricing from the US. Round trip to Buenos Aires runs $500 to $900, with Miami being the best gateway at around $500 to $550. Buenos Aires to Santiago is $140 to $275. Mendoza to Buenos Aires domestic flights run $60 to $180. For February travel, book flights by September through November of the previous year. The often cited 4 to 6 weeks out advice applies to shoulder seasons. February is still peak adjacent, and late bookings carry 20 to 30% premiums. Let me give you the honest assessment of who February South America is actually for. This trip is ideal if you're a wine enthusiast who wants harvest access. You literally cannot get it any other time of year. If you're a couple looking for romance, vineyard sunsets, world-class dining, boutique hotels with mountain views, if you understand that smart timing beats discount hunting, if you can handle summer heat in the high 80s to low 90s, consider March or April instead. If maximum savings is your priority, you'll get another 10 to 15% off. If you specifically want to attend the main Vendimia festival celebration, that's early March. If you prefer cooler weather for active touring, the trade-off is real. February isn't the cheapest time. It's still technically peak adjacent, but it offers something no amount of money can buy at any other time: being in the vineyards when the magic actually happens. Alright, let's wrap this up with your action items. If February South America is calling you, here's your timeline. Book flights and anchor accommodations by late October or early November. Premium vineyard lodges and boutique hotels book out 3 to 4 months ahead for harvest season. Standard mid-range hotels? 6 to 8 weeks out is usually fine. Reserve your harvest experiences 2 to 3 weeks before arrival minimum, though popular ones like Norton's Winemaker for a day fill up faster. Get your travel insurance sorted before departure. Remember, Argentina now requires it. Download Uber, make sure you have a credit card that doesn't charge foreign transaction fees, and pack layers. Hot days, cool evenings, possible afternoon rain. That's the complete insider guide to February in South American wine country. Smart timing, genuine value, and experiences you'll remember for the rest of your life. If this was helpful, hit subscribe, We drop new destination intelligence every week, rotating through high-season escapes, shoulder-season secrets, budget adventures, and digital nomad logistics. Next week, we're covering low-season Europe, how to do Portugal, the Canaries, and Italy for $80 a day in February. Until then, remember, the best travelers don't just go places, they go at the right time. This is Have Wi-Fi Will Gnome. Stay curious, travel smart, and we'll see you in the next one.